Hello, my name is Emily Stevens, and this is my application into the elementary ed program. It was a few days before my kindergarten graduation, and my teacher was pulling all of us kids up to our desk individually to ask us the infamous question that would be read aloud for all of our parents to hear. What do you want to be when you grow up? Without hesitation, when I heard the question, my answer was to be a teacher. While my interest changed as I was growing up and I had looked at other professions, I kept coming back to teaching. Even though I was clearly impacted greatly throughout all my years in school, the year that had the most impact on my decision in going to school for teaching was my senior year. I got the opportunity to take these two teaching-based classes that year. We discussed our own cultures, the cultures of others, race, disabilities, sexuality, poverty, etc. I also got to spend several months in a kindergarten classroom with a mentor teacher, where I got to see firsthand what makes the most effective teachers. There are a multitude of qualities that make an effective teacher. A couple of them I really believe in is that they are intellectual role models and that they are an encourager who promotes individual learning. Developing a positive learning community means acknowledging all of the individual differences among your students. One of the most obvious ways students differ from each other is by race. I have learned through my experiences that we should be more geared towards this idea of cultural pluralism, which recognizes that we have a variety of people with different backgrounds. Our schools need to move towards multicultural education and culturally relevant teaching. Having an approach that celebrates diversity and promotes equal educational opportunities encourages students and teachers to be sensitive to diversity, which in turn builds stronger connections. Another common way students differ from one another is disabilities and impairments to learning, which I have learned looks different for all special education students, such as physical, emotional, or linguistical barriers. Some students might need a modification to their learning, and other students need certain accommodations. This also includes recognizing children who are excelling in certain areas and moving them to accelerated classes to keep challenging and expanding the student's knowledge. Learning partnerships come from building a culture of care that helps dependent learners move towards more independence. Overall, as a teacher, it is essential to understand the cultures of all of your students. It may play a big role in how they behave in your class and how they interact with others. This includes understanding your own culture, which is something these classes really taught me a lot about. I feel that some European American students do not always realize that their beliefs and traditions constitute as a culture as well. We really dug into the surface, shallow, and deep cultures of ourselves, in which I discovered that when you are able to identify what is important to you in your life, it helps you see what can be important to others. Teaching is a difficult profession, and I truly believe that it takes the right individuals to teach effectively. Teaching is about building knowledge, building life skills, and building positive relationships. It is creating safe learning environments and allowing students to have responsibility over their own learning. I want to someday implement all of these strategies into a classroom of my own and really make a difference in these students' lives like my teachers did for me. In the end, I really hope to make that kindergarten girl who only ever wanted to be a teacher when she grew up very proud.